MJJC contacted me recently and asked me if I would be interested in reviewing this product. It's the MJJC Foam Cannon Pro. Kind of a high-end foam cannon. It's not the most expensive out there, but it's reasonably expensive. And this is the version that comes with a Karcher adapter. You can actually order one of these foam cannons and pick the adapter that fits your power washer, which is quite handy. So I'm quite interested to see how well this performs because I've heard good things about it. So during this review I'll take it outside and we'll see how well it produces foam compared to one or two other foam cannons that I've got. A quick look at the packaging. Remember, you can pause the video if you want to look at anything a bit more closely. Inside the box we've got the foam cannon, the power washer adapter. This one is for a Karcher model and you can order which one you need depending on what pressure washer you've got. The detergent bottle, pickup tube, a set of instructions, 2 rubber plugs. I'll show you where they go in a minute. This is a spare orifice nozzle, 2 spare mesh filters and a fibre filter and a set of instructions. So as you can see, this is a 1.1mm orifice nozzle. And you do not need to change the nozzle for the one that's already in the foam cannon if your pressure washer is over 110 bar. So this is for use on pressure washers that are 110 bar or below. And then if you look at the filters there, the 3 filters, you can see that they only need to be changed if your foam lance is blocked. Those 2 red rubber plugs are there and there on the foam lance. I don't know what they do. So these are the instructions, and you can pause this video if you want to read them. They're pretty poor. They don't tell you very much about assembling the machine or what the little red rubber plugs are for, how to replace the filters or anything like that. I really do think it's about time that manufacturers started making detailed instructions for their products because it is all just left to guesswork. There is very little assembly required with this. First thing that you've got to do is to attach the pickup tube to the foam cannon, and it just gets pushed onto this spigot here. Just push it down all the way. And you can see how this works, right? Because it's got that ball bearing on the bottom, it will always drop to the bottom of the bottle. And if I show you the end there, and you can see that the rubber pipe just goes through the centre of that ball bearing. So that's quite handy. It's actually a nice feature. The next thing to do is to attach the adapter onto the foam cannon. And if I show you the inside of the foam cannon there, you can see the nozzle is there, look. So if you want to change the nozzle, that is where you change it. And it's just a flat-headed screwdriver. The adapter just screws on like so. So that is a foam cannon assembled. Now we've just got to screw it onto the detergent bottle. So that's it. It's very simple to assemble. So there's a fair bit of weight to this. It's well made and it actually feels like a good quality product. The shape of the detergent bottle makes this very stable when it's actually sat on a flat surface. It's very difficult to knock it over, and if it's full of detergent it'll be even more difficult to knock it over. This knob on the top is how you change the density of the foam. It's at minimum now. You just twist that round to maximum. So there's a lot of adjustment there to try and get the foam exactly how you want it. So I'm going to use my Ava Go P55 pressure washer for this test. It's a 140 bar pressure washer, very portable, and it's ideal for jobs like cleaning cars or windows, that type of thing. Now, I followed the instructions of MJJC for mixing the snow foam, which was 90% water, 10% snow foam, and the manufacturer of the snow foam that I use said it should be 50-50, so I just want to see whether it makes an awful lot of difference, whether it still produces foam, even though it's considerably less detergent than the manufacturer of the detergent recommends. So we'll give that a try. So I'll set it up. This car doesn't really need washing, but it will give us an idea of how good the cannon is when we use it. So that is a minimum foam setting. What I'll do now is I'll carry on and I'll just put it up to the maximum and we'll see the difference. So that is a maximum, and remember I've said that we've diluted this right down compared to what the foam detergent manufacturer said it should be at. So what I think I'm going to do now is take this away and I'm going to actually make the dilution as it says on the detergent, which is 50-50, and we'll see what it's like then. Right, so I'm back again, and now it's 50-50, so it's 50% detergent, 50% water on the minimum setting. And now I'm going to start working up to the maximum. I certainly wasn't expecting that. Look at that. That is really thick. So the black nozzle at the end, if I adjust that, you can increase or decrease the fan. Just look how thick that foam is. And then the red part of the nozzle, if you watch, if you go from horizontal to vertical, it just goes around 360 degrees. I didn't think it was going to be as good as that, in all honesty. That is fabulous. Very impressed. I'll show you just how good the pickup on this is as well, with it having the ball bearing at the bottom. Just watch this. So virtually upside down it will work. If you turn it completely upside down, it does lose a little bit of the suction, but that's really impressive. So you can move this around without any issues. You're still going to get foam coming out. So in the interest of fairness, I'm going to take this bottle off and swap the contents of this into my Karcher snow foam lance, and we'll see what the difference is like. Try not to spill any. So there's enough in there to test it. We'll see what it's like. So this is the Karcher snow foam lance. That is maximum. And we'll put it on minimum. A massive sea change in the two. There's no comparison between the two. Put this back on. There's a little bit left in the bottom there. Not much, but we'll just have one more demonstration of this on maximum. That is just phenomenal. It really is. I'm very impressed with that. Let me just turn it vertical. In fact, I've got to be careful because it's going all over my lens. So you can see just how effective this foam cannon is. I am very, very impressed with that. Next, I'm going to swap the contents over from the Karcher foam lance to the Ava one, and we'll see what that's like. There we go. So this is the Ava foam lance. I'll put it on maximum and we'll see what it's like. Well, that is considerably better than the Karcher one, but it's definitely not as good as the Foam Cannon Pro. I'd say it's in the middle of the two. Well, I think there's absolutely no doubt that you get what you pay for. I'm very impressed with this foam cannon. Now, I'm no expert on foam, but that is by far the best foam I've had. I think it's really well made. I love the fact that you can actually change the fan of the pattern, make it narrow or wide. Being able to change it from horizontal to vertical, to me, is a major advantage, and I prefer, for some reason, to be using these things in a vertical plane. I much prefer the fan to come out vertically. It's a lovely piece of equipment. One thing I will say though is that the instructions are really poor, and I do think that manufacturers need to spend more time preparing instructions for their users. You can go online like I did and figure out how to use these things, but really it should all be there in black and white when the thing arrives. Other than that, I think this is a smashing product. I am very glad that they've sent this for me to review, and I think I'll be using this from now on in the future. I think it's a smashing piece of equipment. I hope you found this review useful, and thank you very much for watching.